I have not left the house in a few days, but on the afternoon of November 19, I stepped out finally to take care of some things that I had no choice but to deal with because I will be going on a trip again. I will be away for more than a week. As you can see, it is a gloomy afternoon when I left the house. It has actually been raining in our city for the past few days because of the amihan, which refers to rains coming from the north or the northeast, which is still part of the monsoon season. And this day and these days, a lot of things don't seem to be working right for me. They should, but they aren't. It's frustrating and also makes me sad, but I really am just trying to be calm in doing the things that I need to do and cannot put off. On my first errand, which was to withdraw cash from the machine, these machines were online, but they would not proceed with the transaction on my card. So I went to the machine of my actual bank, and the machines there were iffy too. People in both banks said their transactions took so long, maybe because it's a Sunday, or maybe because one of the banks were having a system maintenance or something. I have no idea, but I didn't transact here. I decided to proceed to my next errand instead, which was here at this mall because I had to buy some toiletries and medication that I needed to bring with me on my trip. Turns out there was an event at the center area of the mall, so it was very, very noisy, aside from it being a Sunday, so there were kids all over the place. I never liked that, but I have no right to complain. At least that event and this mall, that's working for them. But this escalator wasn't. But after I paid for the things that I needed at Watson's, I walked quickly to the department store to buy socks. Remember in my previous vlog, I mentioned that I needed white socks that were taller? I never got around to buying those. It's only today that I managed to just go to the store and buy them. These are the right height, but I think they're too thick. These ones are the right height, but they are too thin. These are too thin and too short. So in the end, I went with these. The cashier took a long time to process my payment because the person before me was paying with a card, and the internet connection needed to process that kind of payment was so slow. It was working, but so slow. I almost tried to leave. And then I drove on to drop by the wake of the father of a good friend of mine. After the wake, I decided to try again withdrawing cash from the machine, and thankfully it worked this time. And then I realized that I have not had lunch yet, so I decided to get some food at the McDonald's drive-thru. But they were all out of chicken and the Sunday products and the pies and the fries.
Ano nga po yung hindi available, yung mga chicken?
Chicken, Sunday, apple pie, tsaka french fries po, hindi po available.
Sige.
So I could not even order the Coke float that I was actually dreaming about. So I just ordered a cheeseburger and a large Coke instead, and that's okay. But I felt that I really didn't want to go home yet, and I liked being under the rain, so I ended up in a cemetery, which I also really like. I like cemeteries in general. I have previous videos about cemeteries, which I will link down below. The rain comes and goes, as it has been doing for the past few days. Right now, the rain has paused. I'm now going to have my cheeseburger and my large drink while I read on my Kindle. I have an unboxing of this Kindle Paperwhite on my channel, which I will link down below. This is Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte, and reading this in the rain in a cemetery is only fitting, I think. I took my time enjoying the quiet moment with the rain and my reading and my food, but it actually did not take me long. This was a nice way to end my errands, even though things haven't been working.